Hey everybody, it's Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. So, with all this stuff going on recently, all this upheaval, all the rioting, chaos, those kind of things, I thought it might be good to touch on gray man or badass again. And I only say that, I don't like swearing, but I'm just saying that because it is what it is. I'll probably say bad A in most of the video because I really don't like I said, I really don't like swearing. But anyway, so because you don't. A lot of people are caught up in some of these areas where this rioting, looting, and stuff is going on. Also, all the chaos on the horizon that we've been talking about, centered around November, between now and November, post-November, all these kind of things. So there's different situations where both may be applicable. Whether you may want to be gray man sometimes, which what is gray man? Gray man is, you're just the average person walking on the street. Nobody notices you because you're dressed like everybody else. You're acting like everybody else. You're not drawing attention to yourself. You're not sitting there open carrying in downtown New York City, which would be a big no-no as far as gray man. Okay, so this is basically lets you get through an area so you don't draw attention on yourself. So that any potential violent people will leave you alone. Gray man comes to vehicles also, and your home. Having all this garden stuff around here isn't very gray man if I lived right off a street, a busy street with people driving by all the time looking in here saying, oh, look at that guy. He's got all those gardens and stuff like that. Well, I live on a private drive. There's only 6 houses past me, and they're all on property, and they're all good people. And then also, the way I park my vehicles and where my fencing and stuff is, they can't see the stuff from the road anyway. So, but there is one person that does see. Unfortunately, the UPS man and the mail lady see. But you can only do what you can do. So, gray man or bad A. There are times for both. So if you are walking through the city or walking through your town or something like that, and you just want to get where you're going, and you're by yourself. If you're by yourself, gray man is probably the best way to go about it, because you don't want to draw attention to yourself because you're by yourself. You don't have a group, you don't have a team, you don't have Overwatch, stuff like that. You don't have support. So you want to just get in, get out. Okay, so which is best? It depends on the situation. And the best thing to do is have the ability to do both. Like right now, the way I'm dressed is not gray man, depending on the area you are. Even though my area is very military, a lot of military in my area, so I may be able to pull this off. I may be able to pull off tactical ball cap, in earth tone clothing. But I definitely wouldn't be able to pull off these, and this. That's definitely not gray man. That's more bad A. Gray man also is you want to be kind of like not self-assured. You want to be walking around kind of head down, don't make an eye contact, things like that. I think anybody can pretty much do gray man to an extent. It's maybe more difficult for other people. But as far as bad A, that's a little more, can you present the look? If I'm wanting to exude it, I'm walking shoulders back, I'm walking up straight, I'm making eye contact, I'm head on a swivel, I'm stuff like that, I can present that look because I know how to present that look. I know how to walk with confidence and self-assuredness. That's a lot of what it is. If you're a gray man, you want to be kind of like just walking around, just kind of not mind your own business. That's what it is. The thing is with a bad A look, I hope if you're going to go that route, you better be able to back it up. Because if you're called out, you're going to have to go. It may be this kind of time. So be trained, be ready and able to back up that look. You don't want to be false. You don't want to be fake. I'll tell you that, because if you do get called out, then you're screwed if you're trying to be a bad A. And, somebody calls you out, a gang calls you out, a group of people calls you out or something basically, and they start coming towards you. Bad A is much better to do in a group. And it may be the situation nowadays where if you're protecting something, you're protecting your property, something like that, you may want to be all kitted up on your property line or down at the end of the street or something like that to, to shoo away little thug basement dwellers. You may have to do that, and that's fine. But Gray Man also has its place. So I got some notes written down here. I'm trying to stay on track. So they help me out. Yeah, so if you can't back it up, you may want to rethink the bad A way of going about it. You can still, though, exude that even if you don't have the self-confidence, if you don't have the training in what you wear. If you're full tactical gear, and I'm not saying you got to be all multi-cammed up and all the fancy Gucci gear and stuff like that. You don't have to have that. I mean, you could be wearing jeans and a flannel with a plate carrier over the top of it, ball cap, AR. You could be bad A. So just think about that. One part of being bad A is fitness, though. If you are not physically fit, then it's very difficult to exude that capability. If you're like extremely overweight or something like that, or some people just can't. I mean, if you're in a wheelchair, you're probably not going to be able to do that. I'm sorry. Not that you're not a bad A, but it's very difficult to exude that to others. So some people might not, some people may. Let me see. Is it difficult to pull off the look if you are obese or skinny? No, you can do it. Even a big dude. I'm thinner. I'm a smaller dude. I'm not a big dude. But if you're a big dude, walk around, muscles, yeah, definitely. But one of the things is, if you're going for Gray Man, you want clothing that is loose or fit, hiding your physique if you have a physique. Definitely applies to women also. Wear baggier clothing, junkier clothing, bigger coats, stuff like that to hide your female features. Because that could be a key, especially in an SHTF scenario. If they recognize, ooh, hey, look at that good-looking woman down there walking by, then that could draw their attention and could cause potential problems. So be aware of that, especially for you ladies out there. But guys too, being bad A, confidence is a must. You have to be confident. You have to be self-assured, and you got to be able to exude that. How do you do that? Stand up straight, posture, proper posture, eye contact, looking around, being aware of your surroundings, not just walking with a purpose. Confidence is the biggest part of being a bad A. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are, a Delta operator and a 9th degree black belt in 5 different martial arts. No, it doesn't. It's all about attitude. And that attitude that you're presenting, that confidence and that ability may deter people. It may also draw more attention to you. So it's whether you want to be Gray Man or bad A is very difficult. You got to decide that for yourself. But bad A kind of like has to ooze from your pores. It's an attitude. It's it's just who you are. Fit, muscular, helps definitely. Like I said, eye contact. Basically, you are exuding, like for guys, the alpha male, not the beta male, not the basement-dwelling scumbags that are out there rioting and looting and burning our streets. You get what I'm saying. Eye contact, firm handshake, posture. Yeah, so, and if you're bad A, clothing fits properly. Like me. This fits properly. It's not super tight. I'm not like showing off my muscles or anything like that, trying to be somebody I'm not, or trying to say, hey, look at me, I'm bad, I got muscles or something like that. But it's also not really baggy. It fits, normal. You got movement, stuff like that. Anyway, yeah, clothing fits properly, but not raggedy, not too obvious for Gray Man. You don't want to wear things with logos, with writing on them, things that draw people's eye in. Fancy, expensive clothing or shoes or anything like that. I don't know what shoes are in like cities. That's a weird bird sound. That may be an owl. I don't know. Never know out here. Anyway, being observant is a big part of it for both. If you're a gray man, though, you got to do it more on the down low. Here, just a sec. Never mind, that was a alerted squirrel, I think, actually, but he wasn't doing that normal squirrel call. I had to go check it out. It's all right. Yeah, so you need to be observant, head on a swivel, but keep your head down, kind of use your peripheral vision a lot, especially if you're a gray man. You're going to use peripheral vision all the time, head on a swivel type stuff. Gray man, don't wear tactical clothing, ball caps like this. Wear things that fit into your AO, your area of operations, where you live. Wearing a Hawaiian shirt around here may not be gray man, but if you're in Florida, it may be. Same with shorts, flip-flops, stuff like that. Around here in the Pacific Northwest, it would be, what would it be? It would be a puffy vest with a long sleeve shirt, with some kind of shorts, with Jesus sandals, and socks. Seriously, they're weird around here. I don't know. They wear some weird things around here. Or like if you're in a city, skinny jeans and stuff like that. I don't own anything like that, so I don't have much gray man apparel. But I have stuff that will work, somewhat. Yeah, so wear stuff that fits in your AO with people around you. I mean, if you're in Texas, cowboy boots, jeans, and a t-shirt and a hat may work fine. It all depends. It's all different where you live. I can't tell you what to wear where you live because you know what normal people wear there. An average person. Oh, let me see. Yeah, keep your head down, remain observant. This is all talking about gray man. Avoid bright colors also, as well as writing, graphics, stuff like that. Also, if you are, sports teams apparel, you may or may not want to wear sports teams from other areas than where you're in. Wear the local team. That would probably get you less seen. Sorry about that. So let me see. As this applies to today also, if you are living in towns or cities where violence is happening, I would recommend gray man. Like if you're driving vehicles, you own what you own. You can't help your vehicle. But drive slowly. Try to avoid areas where these kind of people are at. Get home as quick as you can. Don't stop. Don't slow down. Don't do anything that would agitate them. Because you don't want to get in trouble. You don't want to be a casualty of the situation. You don't want to get beat up by them or shot in the back or something like that. So just stay on the down low, but be smart about it. Think about these things, please, and the times and the situations where they may apply to you, because everybody's different. You may live in an apartment where in the city where you may not want to be present the bad A look very often. Or at all, maybe. So I hope this is just some things to think about for you guys, and women also, because that the whole thing, gray man and stuff. Women can look bad A, definitely. You guys know the type. I've seen some women, like for one example, thinking of a woman wearing, jeans and she's got a chain hanging off onto her wallet. Maybe like a fixed blade knife on her or something like that, tactical ball cap, normally fitting t-shirt, fit, head on a swivel type stuff, that may be bad A. Seriously, there's tough women out there. Don't downplay a woman. Women are just as capable of men in a lot of situations, in a lot of ways. So, but in a bad situation, women will be preyed on. So women out there, please stay safe. Keep your head on a swivel, and hopefully have groups. And that's not just women, that's guys too. Have teams, have overwatches, have travel in groups. If things start getting worse and worse, this is something you're going to have to think about. So I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you very much. I hope you guys like the topic. I hope it gets you guys thinking about what you need to do in your area, what will apply to you and what doesn't apply to you. I can't just sit here and tell you what to do. My job here is to get you guys to think. Use your brains, use your noggins. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Blessings to you and yours.